$100. 800 pieces and everything that you could ever need to have in a Lego City set. And this all will fit into your Lego City. And this is the Lego Airport with airplane. And this is going to be the best set of 2026. And maybe ever. Hey guys, welcome to Brick Nerds. And I am Beckett. And I know it looks like something's wrong with me. I got a Patriots sweatshirt on and a Chicago Bears hat. I don't support the Patriots. I'm just wearing that sweatshirt. I'm a Bears fan, bear down, and I'm really disappointed that the Rams game didn't work out. But enough of that. And I'll start off by saying about the airport that this is the best, and considering it's definitely great and realistic features. In my 10 years of Lego City experience, this is the best set I've ever come across. I mean, ever. And that's a lot since I have seen it all. I've been through the good times, the inflation, the bad times. Every part of it I've experienced. And this set has come out on top. Bet you can't get that from anywhere else besides this set. I know I keep saying set a lot, and I apologize for the alliteration, or I'm not sure if you'd call it that. I should probably get some pronouns. Drop in the comments if you have any pronouns for me. But most Lego City sets are not made to be realistic or functioning in your Lego City. It's just not the way it's supposed to be. And it's not supposed to be like real life. Well, even before opening this set, you can already tell that the designer really tried to do that. And I just want to give a shout out to him, the designer. He wanted to mix both of these concepts together. I think that the largest giveaway towards this idea is the fact that they included a TSA/security officer. And what I'm talking about is this right here. You know, Lego normally wouldn't do that just because it's not really talking about violence, but it does talk about it in the sense that it's doing that. I mean, Lego has never done that. A good example is that Lego leaves out small things like that, and it's really disappointing. And one tragedy is that when the cargo ship set came out with the Seaside Harbor, it did not have a police officer, and that retired at the end of 2025. Gee, I wonder why. And I think that if they did that, I would be more inclined to buy it, just because I would like to have it as realistic as can be. Another example is the passenger train and the passenger airplane. So, like this, but it was just the airplane. So I guess they did. That set actually combines with this one. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So I guess they didn't really need it if they were planning on having this one. Another one is the freight train. I really like that one. Not really like reason to have it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, because they didn't. There's not like a general area for it, but like a stop depot. But there's train stations that came out this year and one that came out several years ago. They didn't include that, and I think that's not great. But back about this set, though, I think that this is a great sign. A great sign. Another promising thought is that this set is one of the very few that actually includes a private jet type looking format. And I've been wanting one. I thought that the hospital airplane, the ambulance airplane, that one would have been good to turn into a private jet type thing, because I mean, in a Lego City, I have a lot of extra minifigures that I've turned into the rich people who kind of run the thing, and I've wanted a private jet for them, and I think that's cool. I actually did a new thing with my Lego City, so it's not in my room anymore. I guess I'm kind of like that, but it's sad going to bed and seeing the emptiness lay in front of me. But the plane actually looked very similar to the one from the airport VIP service, which comes with a limo. And I'm hoping that we can get a limo again soon. I like that we got the taxi. That's a good sign. I've wanted one car. I think that Lego should make more double passenger vehicles because I've only seen one passengers, and I don't like that very much. But once again, this is another great feature if you like a large city like me. I'm talking about the private jet again. It's just great, and that's fine. This set would be really good to have as the center of your town. If you have a Lego town, this is the one you want to have in the middle of it. Well, actually, I would suggest a modular building. Even if you don't want to collect the rest of them, a modular building is a good start because they actually they're really cool and a lot of effort goes into them. And what I mean by using this as the center is that it goes with a lot of other sets. Other sets that you might buy, this can collaborate with them. This one actually has a couple, like a Lego set inside of it. That's what it's supposed to represent. So if you got the $100 Lego yellow delivery truck, I really like it. I think that you should get it. You could use that with this one. Or I would even say the yellow delivery van, which just came out in January 1st. So in a basic overview, this set is great. But there are some flaws, and let's dive into that. So one of the things is the design. It's like a V and really hard to transport, but luckily it is modular. You can pull it apart to 3 separate things when you're building. Actually, it's 4 separate instructions: the airplane and the little car guy, and the 3 parts of the airport. So it's for 1 to 4 builders, average family size, and Lego's all about family, so that's good. It is so just hard to transport, and I've so far transported it 1 time, 2 times, 3, 4 times at least, and it has not fallen apart, so that is a good sign of structural integrity. But another one of the things is the sliding glass door in the security area. You know, when you go into an airport, that's going to be the second thing that you see, the first one being the ticket counter, but it's the second one. And what I really hate about it is that the door opens up right onto where I would consider, not where I would consider, exactly where even the set would say is where the airplanes are supposed to be. Now, I'm not sure if it's just me, but every time I go into an airport, I don't have to walk through the airfield to get into it. And this just doesn't make any sense logically. But now, in the sense of the way it looks, it does make a lot of sense. If you're going to get this and you're definitely going to think about looks, then I would consider that. But there's also not much space in the security area, so the security area is really my only complaints about this. But there's not very much space, and like I said, I mean, every time I go into an airport, there's like a mile-long line for security, so just going to point that out. And one of the only other thing that I have is the baggage claim area. When you go to open it up, so the car thing is supposed to be able to go to an area where it unloads the baggage, and it goes through a flap. Now, it's really hard to do that, and even if you do open up the flap, guess what? It doesn't really go into the baggage claim area that well, and it's super hard to spin it. And that's one of the only things that I would say. I'm sorry if that's something that's going to affect why you buy it. So now time for the pros. Like I said, this set has some amazing features. And if you're looking for realism, this is your purchase. It is affordable and fun, and it collaborates with other sets, which not all Lego City sets do. You can get the airport fire truck, which on the box actually does have the airport in the background. Now, it's going to look really funky in scale because it's probably about the same length as the airport. Maybe about a different size, but close. And yeah, but this set also would go great inside your city. I currently have mine on a big table, and it fits right into the corner. Well, I don't have it in the corner, but if I put it in the corner, it would fit. This comes with several minifigures, so like I said, if this is your first Lego City purchase, and you want to build a Lego City, definitely good. Get the minifigs, stack up. It also goes with the passenger airplane, with the tunnel thing connecting to it in the perfect way. I'm really, really excited about that. I think that's great. It contains the traffic control tower, some real life aspects, again, more realistic stuff, which is great, is that on the departures and the baggage claim or arrivals or something like that, it says BLL, which is for Billund. Now, in here, there's a sign that says, welcome to Bricksburg. If you don't want to name your city Bricksburg, I mean, it is a sticker, so a good thing they didn't print that. When I was first building this, I actually almost thought that there weren't any stickers, and I was going to go crazy. I was going to say, oh, my title for this video is going to be Lego City Set with no stickers, best value, all that kind of stuff. And I came to realize that there was 14, but guess what? Those were the easiest 14 stickers I've ever put on in my life. Get the set, because, like I said, super easy, super simple, super fun. And now that I've separated part of my city onto the new table in the living room of my house instead of in my bedroom, guess what? I have two cities, and I have a use for my airport! Yay! My airplane's finally come into play! That's just another key thing. Always try that. The airport, the passenger airplane actually does come with some features. It's kind of like a pit stop. Not really as much as an airport, so I would connect it to that. But you could leave your stuff in one room and put the airport in another, and guess what? You have two Lego cities like that with only $220 spent. Boom! And then you can keep adding on, and like I said, great center, because you can get the passenger airplane, the airport fire truck, taxi, and so on and so on and so on. And I mean, they're always making flight things, and your city would just become immensely huge. And I think that's the best thing for Lego. And maybe eventually they'll even make sound for airplanes. I know that they did it for helicopters, thanks to the smart tags. And in the upcoming podcast episode, me and Carson, we're going to talk about smart play a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about it. If you don't already know about smart Lego AI, it's going to take over the world, man. But, well, maybe not. It's not entirely bad, not entirely good either. It's not AI, but it can do everything all in one 2x4 brick. That doesn't actually add that much to the price tag. Not as much as other Star Wars sets do. Like the Clone Turbo Tank. This set is probably going to be the best set that you're going to see this year. Only $100. And you need to grab it off the shelves now. And like a couple of minutes after this video is done. But make sure to check out my other videos and reviews and the upcoming podcast episode me and Carson are going to do. We're going to probably record that by the time that this video is published, probably a couple of days, and that'll be published. And then make sure to drop a comment. I would like to do a questions thing, a Q&A episode or video sometime, and like it. Let the YouTube algorithm know that this is a great video, or that this channel is overall good. Maybe you didn't like this video, and also comment, because even if you didn't, it can recommend it to others. Then they can say how bad it is, and you win too. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time on Brick Nerds.